Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Pick Through the Glance Live. Hope everybody's Monday is going okay. So far, mine's been well, going good. No complaints. One more day before we're into a new year. It's going to be a very interesting new year, I believe. 2025. Wow. Okay. So I think everybody's here today to see why I'm playing triple eights in Illinois. Okay. Normally, like I say, OPPB with pick through the glance, be organized, be patient, be persistent, stick with a budget, play responsibly. Those are going to be the keys. You have to know your budget, and you have to be organized. You have to be patient, and you're going to have to be persistent to win pick three. And when I mean persistent, I'm not necessarily saying you have to play every day, but you should have a budget where you can play pretty consistent. So when the number does show up, you're there to get it. The reason being, you want to try to let the numbers hit you and not you try to hit the numbers by chasing it with chasing all the different numbers. When you miss one day, you got a whole nother bunch of numbers you're going to play another day or something like that. Pick through the glance is based on strategy and persistence, on foresight and not hindsight. Many of the strategies that I've used in the past were all based on hindsight, which did not work for me. So, this is over 3 years of accumulating the knowledge that I have to put the pick through the glance strategy together. And I said, well, I need to know what numbers are being played, how they're being played, why they're being played, what position they're being played in, and I need to know what's going on with all 1,000 numbers to put together a winnable strategy. I read the Eddie Tipton story. He was a guy that rigged the lottery, and I read in depth on him. And what he did to put the system together was he tracked all 1,000 numbers to find out what numbers was coming out and to know where to go and play the numbers. Now, if he can do it, believe me, the lottery can do it. So after studying Eddie Tipton, I said, okay, I can put a system together like he had on paper. So I put his system together pretty much on paper by using all 1,000 numbers in pick-3. Pick-3 is all I specialize on because it's trackable, winnable, and doable. And it's easy for me to teach anyone how to use it. And I can teach anybody how to use the pick-3 at a glance strategy in 30 minutes or less. I mean, I'm sorry, an hour or less now, because it depends on your background. Okay, all right, Angie. Well, I can say hopefully I'm holding on to them also, but I know why I'm holding on to them. Reason being is because I know from tracking for the whole year, no guesswork, that the 8-8 front didn't fall for the whole year. The 8-8-5 came, I hit it. The 8-8-4 came, and I hit it this month. Okay, so I know what I'm talking about when I say these numbers. You have to track and know why you're playing. Also, I knew that the 2-8 fell once in January, so that was for the whole year. That's why it's important that you know what's going on with these numbers when you play them. Uh, is that yeah, yeah, that 137 and that 682, the 682, yeah, the 137 and then 673 still, but the 128 hasn't failed either. The mirror of it, let's see, Latanya, is it Latanya? Hasn't failed. Yeah, you're right on those. But so the reason why I'm playing those, still playing at 8C, the triple eights, because I'm waiting on that back eight to fall, and I'm looking for it to go with the triple, with bring that triple eight with it. That's why I say play it to the end of the year. Okay, thanks. That's why I say play the eights to the end of the year. Now, me, it depends on your budget. If you're gonna roll those eights, I might roll them next month also. Cause see, my winning months are November, December, and January. That's when I hit them hard, cause I've been tracking hard all year. So I know why I'm playing the numbers at the end of the year, working with the law average. The numbers start to line up toward the end of the year. Now, like I said, the A8, the last time that pair had failed was in July the 21st. And that was July, August, September, October, November, December. That was 5 months that that double pair eight had failed. And so far, it's only failed twice in December. And I'll probably play them all the way over into the end of January, depending on my budget. I might, I'm definitely probably going to carry those eights into January. Now, I usually don't play triples to November, December, and January. The reason being I do that, it's going to be hard for me. But the reason why I'm doing that is because my budget allows me to do it right now because let's say December and November and November, December, January, my good hitting months. So my budget is pretty substantial right now. But I am not saying you might want to do 50 cents on them straight. Okay, you might want to do 50 cents on them or $1 on them. Don't burn up all your money trying to hit those eights. Because we already know also I'm going against the law average because triples to fail 4 times this year already. The 5, the 6, the 7, and the 9s fail. Okay. All right. So I don't know who is somebody on here. I think we got a bot on here. Don't pay them no attention. They don't bother me. Look, I worked in customer service for 30 years. My thin's so thick, it ain't even funny. So these bots, let them play their games, whatever it is. Y'all, we just gonna stay focused on getting in the winner's circle. because they don't have anything to do, I guess. So let them do what they do, and we'll do what we do. And we'll laugh to the bank, and I don't know where they're going to be laughing to. Yeah. Today, but if they don't hit today, make sure you play them on the last day of the month. Because I've had numbers to come in on the very on December the 31st. I had a number come in, and I didn't get off of it because I knew you'll get off of, say, oh, it ain't gonna come, and there it come on the very last day. Okay, so but on the eights, that's the reason why I'm looking for those eights to hit on the back now, because it's been a year. Now you see what I'm talking about, tracking these numbers. If you don't track them and know what's going on by the end of the year, everything, most of it, like I say, is hindsight. You got to know foresight while you're playing your numbers. And that's why I would continue playing the eights. And now what I'll do, I'll probably carry them over into January. That's me. Okay. And then if they don't hit in January, I'm going to back off of them. And then I'm going to go into my other strategy of not playing no triples until November, December, and January. Because like I say, the average is that went past the average, it did 4 triples already. And then midday did like 5 triples or 6 triples. So I wouldn't mess with midday on the triples. And they could do another triple because, like I say, these thousand numbers, there's no rhyme or reason to how they're going to fall. But you can strategize with them by doing like I just told you, tracking and know why you playing these numbers, these 1,000 numbers here. And like I said, proof is in the pudding. I pretty much hit everything I've said on the lottery, on the Pick-3 Illinois evening, because I know what's going on with the numbers. See here? I wound these down. And you'll be hitting through the year also because you've been tracking. But see here? What I do, all these numbers mirrored each other toward the end of the year here, November, December, January. I find all the numbers that are mirrored each other that haven't failed. Okay? And that's why they were hitting. Because you're working with the law average, one or the other, when you track and see a number and its opposite, which is a mirror having failed, those are the numbers you're going to put your pocket in, put your money on. And the only thing that hasn't hit, see these here? There's 1, 2, 8, there's 6, 7, 3, or the mirror. I mean, anyway, in any combination, these numbers haven't failed. It doesn't mean exact. Any combination, the way these numbers can come, hadn't failed. Any way that these combinations could come, hadn't failed. Any way these combinations hadn't failed. Okay? And I had 3 of them alike. So I knew out of these 6, something was going to hit. That's why we hit the 682 and the 582. Working with the law average. And again, on the doubles, what I did is I took all the doubles and lined them up with their opposite set and a mirror set. Their opposite set and a mirror set. That's a sheet I put together out of 30 years, because when I seen the doubles, I wanted to know what set and its mirror hadn't failed. See this 3, 3, 4, and this 4, 4, 3. The mirror, the opposite set, I'd like to say opposite set, is 8, 8, 9, and 9, 9, 8. And see, we just hit the 9, 9, 8. This is what I'm talking about. This is how you build your strategy and your skill set. This works for any state, anywhere in the land, anywhere on the moon, when they're using Pick-3. Same here. This 2, 2, 4, this 4, 4, 2, this 7, 7, 9, and it's 9, 9, 7. They're opposite numbers of each other in pairs. Set pairs of each other. Same way here. The 004, this 440, This 559, this 995, opposites of each other. I knew out of these four, something has to fall off of them. One of them. And that's only four numbers you have to concentrate on. Same here. There's 001, there's 110, there's 556, and there's 665. Same thing. And that ain't a bunch of numbers, right? When you narrow it down, working with the law of averages, you don't have to fight a bunch of numbers, all 1,000 numbers each time, every day. And this is for Illinois even draw. So what I'm looking at playing pretty much, and this is me now. I'm looking at this here for sure. But we already had that 377 to fall on the front. But the 37, these here are good numbers. These four here. Okay. And on the doubles, I'm kind of torn between the doubles because, you know, doubles can take a while to come out. Singles come out more regular than doubles. You said, Angela, evening or midday. Yeah, your tracking can be for evening or midday, but they separate. You don't want to track midday and evening and put it all together because all those numbers are going to run different. Midday numbers going to run different from evening numbers. So if I was you, anybody I would suggest start with just one of them, midday or evening. Then you can add on. You play the mid. Well, you can, you know, like I say, the numbers are random, and if you play at midday, that's fine. You know, that's fine. It's got it can do it. You know, if you want to cover, if you want to do it midday, because I just don't mess with midday too much. The only way I do midday, let's say I do midday. Let's say I do that. If I track midday all year round, all year, and I ain't gonna track midday all year. Usually, what I do with midday, at the end of the year, probably like I will do every year. Let me show you what I do for midday. Just when I got time and I'm not doing a lot, and with that app. I'll go through midday. I take the regular sheet. Let me see something here. I do a summary on midday. I'll show you what a summary consists of. I'll show you what the summary sheet consists of. My summary sheet here. I must be over. Let me the summary sheet. Summary sheet. No, I got it here. Summary. Oh, here's my summary sheet. See, this is a summary sheet. Takes a little time, but it's not bad. Once you get done, it's valuable. I'll take a summary sheet here. This is a summary for Illinois evening. I know what numbers then fell off of each one of these columns. And what numbers haven't failed off each one of them columns. This how I know what numbers and its opposites hadn't failed for the whole year. Okay? Now, what I do is I look for any of the numbers and their opposites that hadn't failed for the whole year on midday. So, I've already tracked evening, okay? I know what evening numbers consist of. So if I find out the same numbers that didn't fall midday that are opposite each other, didn't fall evening that are opposite each other, those the two numbers I'll play. Like here, let me show you again. I'm not getting, you know, like these here. If I track midday, and I realize that this 247 and the 792 number did not fall midday and it did not fall evening. This is my midday and evening number. You see what I'm saying, Willie? I just don't play play the midday number to play it, because the likelihood, if it didn't fall all year on midday or evening, it's going to show up on one of the two. But I know why I'm playing it. That's how I hit. Like 551 hadn't played midday, and 115 hadn't played midday, and 551 hadn't played evening, and 115 hadn't played evening in Missouri. So those are the two I were playing, and I hit them because I knew that they hadn't played midday or evening. I only play, if I play evening, I'm playing what I know hadn't failed midday or evening, that number. I'm not going to play a different number evening and then different number midday and a different number evening. I don't do that. Because my likelihood, and then the money I hit on midday, I use on evening. Yeah. On evening, you know what I'm saying? Now, and that's why I do the summary sheet. And I also do, and it don't take, but once you get doing this, I'll go back to where I use a calculator, really. My tablet, and see what numbers didn't fall on the front pair or the back pair midday or evening. And like that 551 that I hit, I realized that the 55 front didn't fall on midday, and the 55 front hadn't failed evening. That 551 was my number. But I'm not guessing. Hey, Teresa. Hello. I don't guess. You don't guess. Once you get your strategy together, you don't have to guess. Because you're always working with the law average, and you're always working with the numbers and their opposites. Another thing you can do, you might find that like this 04 thing I'll look at too, and you're going to see a lot of things that you won't see with the tic-tac-toe, date, sum, grills, flips, mirrors, and all that other stuff at the hindsight. You might find at the end of the year, say this 04 front don't fall, and this 40 back don't, this 40 front, this 04 front, and this 40 don't fall here. And you see that the same thing happens on the back, where the 04 don't fall on the back and the 40 don't fall on the back. Then I'm going to see what's happening with that 400 and the 044. If none of them fail for the whole year, bam. I had that to happen with the 448 and the 884 on me in Missouri. Neither one of them failed. That was my numbers to carry, my daily tracking numbers. And they came in 448, and I banged them. See, you know what's going on, because if something is missing, working with the law average, you know to start playing it. They haven't played. Let's see, what else is that here that I can show you? And those normally the two that I do for midday.
You got squid soda?
Did you yesterday? Yeah. Okay. So it's funny how your grandkids try to get around you. They know what they're supposed to not be doing, so they'll get by me and say, "Granddaddy, you got this and you got that," and I say, "Yeah, ask your daddy," because they know, they figure if I give it to them and they say I gave it to them, they ain't gonna get no trouble. They try to go around their mom and daddy to get to me now. You came in and say, "Granddad, you need your trash taken out?" "Yeah, I need my trash taken out." "You got a squeeze soda?" "No, you better ask your daddy for that." Because they on him because he's a little overweight, so they try to monitor what he eats a little bit for health reasons. And he's always complaining about his stomach hurting because he done ate about 15 candy bars and 5 bags of potato chips. Okay, y'all, let me get back where I'm at on this. But they just took me. I love being here with them, though. I do. I really do. Okay, but this is what we got. This is all foresight, no hindsight. That's what we have. Okay, and that's why I'm doing the eights. And I know in my mind that they might not but I'm cool with that. I can accept that. But I'll still play pretty good on them. I'll tell you that. Uh, 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 but I can know also that I'm working against the law average. Okay, and that's cool. But the mates, I'd be amiss, like I say, seeing that, and they come and and there's a likelihood, then I wouldn't be upset with myself, but I'd be upset that I didn't let everybody know that what I know on them eights, and they come in. I'd be like, nah, I should have told everybody that I was gonna win on those because it was probably a good likelihood that they could come, and there's a likelihood they can't because I say the numbers are random. I did the same thing in Missouri. I think toward November and December, if I can remember right. Was I got it posted on the Triple A's when I won them. The the Triple A's hadn't failed. No triple. I think was one triple that failed for the whole year. So I knew that the law average was on our side. So I knew that the Triple A's hadn't failed and the Triple Threes hadn't failed, and that the 3-3 pair and the 8-8 pair that was opposite each other hadn't failed for about 3 months. So I told everybody load up on the eights and the threes, and they came in. You see what I'm saying? No hindsight, foresight. No hindsight. To win, you got to have foresight. I didn't even look at what came today. But let's see. Uh, I didn't. Well, you know what came evening, if you're still on here for Illinois? I didn't look and see. I don't know. Let me look and see here. Okay. 892. They playing, ain't they, Will? Are they playing or not playing? They are playing with us or they will. Thank you. Man, they are playing today. They look, y'all, how many eights they threw out here on us? They played it as 928, didn't they? That's a repeat. They playing, ain't they? They put that eight, what they had about 28s to fall? They playing on us, ain't they, Will? Man, please. Now, I'm not getting off the eights. I'm gonna play a board today. That's funny, man. That is funny to me. This is funny. But I think with the wild ball, what they're doing for us is making it harder for these pick 3 numbers to be hit exact. That's what I've seen. They make it harder for the number to be hit exact. And we hit that 9-2 on that front pair, remember, because the 9-2 was one that we was talking about I hadn't played. Right? 8-9-2, okay. That is funny, man. What many eights we did had? I didn't even have a phone. I know it got to be about 28s to fail even, ain't it? Individually. And the 8-8-2. This is funny, man. It make me think they messing with our heads, man. It really does. It makes me think they messing with our heads, man. But my head won. I've never seen that many eights fall. And we going with the triple eights. Eights don't fall out. It won't because we wasn't playing them. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be funny. This is funny. Last day, day before the last day. Right, right, right. The front pair. What's it? What? Yeah, yeah. That front pair. Yeah, $50. Right. Yeah. That is funny, man. Uh, that is so funny. So y'all, I would tell you if you got, like I always say, if you got a little extra, uh, put a little extra on the eights. Me, I'm probably gonna wheel the eights, the double eights also, and the triple eights. Man, that's funny. That made my day. Okay. Anybody need to do have a rundown down on any of the numbers? We could do that 892 rundown on it. That is hilarious. That's funny, y'all. I'm laughing. See the games they play, and if you don't know to see that game, you ain't gonna know what's going on. You ain't gonna know what's going on. But you do now. Let's see. Oh, that's funny. We're gonna do the 892. This is a rundown on the winning number that came in. We're gonna want a one to the eight. You do nine, one to nine, zero, and you're gonna add one to each one of the winning numbers that came in. You know, years ago, I'd have been ticked off and I'd have said, "Oh, them eights ain't coming," and fell off of them, and them eights would have ran right out that door. No, not me. They won't get me. Zero. Okay, add one to the nine, you get 10, but you're only gonna use the zero. You count down one to zero is one, one to one is two, one to two is three, one to three is four, one to four is five, one to five is six, one to six is seven, one to seven is eight. All right. Then you get here. One and nine is 10, but you're just gonna use zero. Then you count straight down. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, and nine. Then two, and one to the two is three. Count straight down. Three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, zero, one, and two. And so we're going to look for the base number. And as you know, the base number is one of these numbers that I do the 1-1 rundown on. Oh, okay, good. You played the 188 and the 088. Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, I just wheeled it all the way down. You right, Will. You got it down, bro. Yep. You got it down. The 01. Yeah. Right there. That's the base number. And if you see all the base numbers have a zero in them. Okay. And can you see that? Those are the 22 numbers I do the 1-1 rundown on to come up with the 22 columns. And here, with these 12 numbers, each one of these rundown columns gives you 10 numbers that can come six different ways. So that's 60 numbers to a column that you're looking at. And it's 12 of them. 12 times 60 is 720 of the 1,000 numbers at a glance you're looking at. Okay? Same with the doubles. All got zeros in them. So when you're looking for the base numbers, when you do the 1-1 rundown like I just did here, you're just looking for the numbers with the zeros on them, and you'll memorize them, and you'll see that it was the 01, it's the 014. And the doubles here, they come three different ways because you got two like numbers. The singles is only no like numbers to them. The doubles got two like numbers. They can only come three different ways. And triples can only come one way. So each column represents 30 numbers. 9 times 30 give you 270 numbers that you're looking at a glance on 10 numbers. Okay? That gives you that 270, and that 720 gives you 990 numbers, plus the 10 numbers you can only get on triples because they can only come one way, and it's 10 of them. Gives you your 1,000 numbers that you can always track and have foresight instead of hindsight. Now what you're going to do, you're going to go to column, the base numbers up here, and you're going to go down here and you're going to find that 892, and it came exact. And I usually just put a check mark to let me know it came again. And see what I mean by 9 out of 10? Most of the time when the numbers do come in, they come in off the columns the same exact way. So that's why I tell everybody to play it like it is on the column plus any other way you want to play it to get it exact.
Stop spoiling stuff for me.
Okay. So now, let him know I'm live. I'm live. Okay.
Apart from on the shelf, it's a box.
Okay. All right. Now, we're going to do this single pairs. Again, you got three separate numbers, the 8, 9, and 2. You're going to have three separate pairs. So you're going to mark off the 28, which is already played, the 29, and the 89, which I already played. This is strategy number 2. That way, this triangle represents 2,710 of the possible combinations of those 1,000 numbers. You believe that? I just figured that out. I'm pretty sure I did that correctly. Because I said I got to figure out how many pairs and then that 1,000 numbers, put it in triangular form here, and that's 2,710 of the 1,000 numbers possible combinations is right here in this triangle, where you always know what pairs have failed and not fallen each month, and whatever is left is the ones you want to rotate over from month to month, working with the law average. You believe that? I don't know how I came up with this triangle. It's got to be, I got it patented, but copyrighted rather, but nobody ever showed anything like this. But I knew it had to be a way. I knew it had to be a way to track those pairs simple. But I didn't even know, when I put it together, to tell y'all the truth, I didn't know how to use it. I really didn't. And then I said, okay, let me figure it out. And I did. And I didn't, first I was stumped on how to represent triples, because it was the only thing I couldn't find. I said, well, I guess I'll just use the doubles to represent the triples, which made sense after I thought it out. So like if a triple was to come in, you would do like triple zeros, triple ones, triple twos, triple threes for the doubles. So you wouldn't miss that double pair that did come in that month. And for a number like doubles, like 112, it would be, they got two like numbers. you would have like 112. You do the 1, the 11, and the 12 would represent the 112 pair. But so far we know right here that the 2, the double threes, the 2 and double threes didn't fall last month. The 0 didn't fall last month. Okay. And this 06, the 600 came out. I was on looking at, but we can track them all, but we can't play them all. We don't want to break your budget. I had a good hunch about this 600 was going to come also, but it wasn't part of my bucket list, so I don't pick it up unless I can put it in the budget. But this 2-2. Now another reason I'm looking at them triple eights. See how the 8 and the 3 are opposite each other, and neither one of them failed last month. That's why I was really looking at the mates. But it ain't over yet. It ain't over yet. Like I said, and see how that is. So we still got that back 8 to come, because it's been almost a year now since that back 8 failed. Probably much a year since this back 8 failed. So I'm still looking at that. That's why I'm still running them double 8s, wheeling them down. And if you don't know what I mean by wheeling them 8s down, I'm gonna show you again. 880, 881, 882, 883, 884, 885, 886, 887, 888. What we're looking at is the triple eights and the 889. So any double 8 that comes out, I'll hit them, and then I'll take that money and reinvest it right in big, pretty. I'll probably play the wheel those 8s back down, but I'm definitely gonna load up on them triple 8s, whatever winning money that comes in. See that? Okay, I hear you. I hear you, bro. Yeah, wheel and night for sure. Okay. Now, all right. Yeah, we will tonight for sure. If you can, if it's in your budget. If it's not in your budget, you might want to do this. If you got it, you want to do the A8 front and the A8 back, and do the triple 8s. You get that? What's that? $1.50 for you, or $2. So if you can't get it wheeled, at least it could come front or back, because the likelihood of it probably coming that way again. And then you could take that. I get, what is it? $25. I forget how much it is on just a 50-cent bet on that, on the front and the back. I think, what is it? Everybody knows how much it is on 50-cent box on front and back. I mean, not box, but front and back pair. I forget in Illinois. I'm so used to Missouri. You got it? Okay. Do it that way. Then that money that comes, then you just shoot it right back into these 8s. Okay. And I used to like when they had some states, and they getting rid of that split pair. You could, instead of the 8 coming, they used to have a split pair, and they could do the 8 split like that. Woo, boy, I love that. I would have loved to have that added to my box. But then what they did, they got rid of this because it gave you too much of a chance of winning. They got rid of this here, the split pair, in some states, pretty much all of them, and went to the wild balls. Oh, it's $50. Okay, thanks, thanks, Will. Thanks. All right, see that? And that's $50 for a dollar Willie, or is it 25 for 50 cent on the front and back? $25, or is that right? Okay. Oh, okay. And then it had a split pair. Okay. Yep. Let's see. And let's see here. So we did the pairs. And now also what we got here. If y'all want to, you can screenshot this that I got up here to see where we are. And double check now. Double check. Make sure I got this right. Like I said, I had eye surgery, and sometimes my eyes water, and they won't let me see clear as I need to see clearly. So we're gonna mark. You have the 8, 9, 2. You're gonna mark off the 8 on the front, the 9 in the middle, and the 2 on the end. And if you're looking, you can see that all the numbers in their positions have hit. That's what I was looking at the other day. All of them. Even and the eight's been clowning. They just clowning. They just clowning. But, yeah. And here, so what I'll do now, since everything, I'll just start over fresh on strategy number 3. And like the reason why you want to know what position the number fell in is to know how you're going to play your number straight. Let's say that 8, 9, 2. Let me tear this off. Say that 8, 9, 2. You was playing it and it hadn't fallen yet for the month. Oops. And you realize doing this that 9, say the end of the month, and you playing at 8, 9, 2, and you realize that the 9 hadn't fell on the front position. Let's say the 9 hadn't fell on the front position. The way you would play it, and that's your number that you're carrying every day. For sure, next month you play it as 9, 8, 2 and 9, 2, 8. See, that's why you want to know what numbers haven't failed in what positions. Okay. Because they used to say, well, just when a single number is cold, you want to play that single number. But I wanted to know what position that single number was cold in, so I know where to play it at if I was playing a number. So I came up with this strategy number 3. So every month I would always know how to play my number. That's how I hit the 4, 8, 8, because the 4 hadn't played, 4, 8, 8 hadn't played. The 4 hadn't played in its front position, but I was playing that 4, 8, 8. And when it didn't play in this position, I definitely played it as 4, 8, 8. That's how it came, 4, 8, 8. So you have so many options when you know what's going on with the numbers. Then here, now, again, the front pair and the back pair, we're going to do these numbers the same, front and bottom, top and bottom, exact same. So we're going to mark off the 89 on the bottom and the 92 right here. I'll put a check mark because this came for the year. So now this lets me know what pairs on the front and the back haven't failed. So if I'm wanting to play something, I know what's left for the year. And see, already for the year, I know that 17 hasn't failed on the front, and the 50. That's pretty good for numbers. At the end, usually I have on the front, it might be about 6 or 7. this end of toward this end of the year, and on the back it might be 6 or 7. But to have these only few numbers left is good, because time is on your side when you're playing. Time is on your side tracking these numbers, and then I only have 3 left on the back. That's pretty good. The double twos, the 50, and the 39. So you could wheel these down just like I did the double eights if you want to, or if you know how you want to play the 17. Like you say that 137, I would definitely be playing it as 173 also, because that 17 ain't fell on the front. All right. If I was, or if I was playing, and see, we already know by tracking, I'm pretty sure, and I know this. If I I know, let me see here. I'm pretty sure. Double check me on this, y'all. I haven't had a chance, but I'm pretty sure 500 and 055 ain't failed this year yet on my yearly sheet on the doubles. So you don't have that many doubles that play out because it takes them longer. You see here, I'm looking at this 500 right now too to add to my bucket list when I win, when them eights come in or however. But see, the 500 hadn't failed, and this 055 this 550 hadn't failed. Okay, so if I'm playing it, I'm definitely gonna play them. I know this 50 didn't fall on the front yet, and it didn't fall on the back yet. So I'm definitely gonna play 500, right? And I'm definitely gonna play 050, and I'm definitely gonna play 550. You see that? I'm definitely going to play these straight box like that when I pick them up. I already know how to play them, and I know why I'm playing them. I know this 50 hadn't fell on the front, and it hadn't fell on the back. And I'll carry those. That'll be part of my daily play list. Going into next year. Going into 2025. I'm definitely going to play it that way. But like I said, Illinois did pretty good. So going with my numbers that I'm going to take into 2025, I probably won't be loading up on a lot of numbers until about 2 or 3 months in to 2025, because pretty much everything in played. You only got 2 front pairs and 3 back pairs that haven't played. So I need time to figure out what's going on with the numbers. So I know it's going to be at least 2 months, 3 months in before I pick up any more numbers to add to my bucket list. And here, see here where I put all the numbers and their opposites together. This was a sheet here. You don't necessarily need this sheet, but I made it because it made it easy for me to know what numbers and their opposites were together. As I got more knowledgeable and more advanced. See, all these are, and at a glance, I know what numbers and their opposite didn't fall on the doubles at a glance. Just like I put the just like I put this sheet together at a glance, where I would know everything. just like I would know at a glance everything I needed to know about each one of these column numbers and their opposites. Each one and their opposites. So that's all I did was put the doubles and their opposites together on here. So I know at a glance for the whole year what number double and its opposite hadn't failed. At a glance. All right. Any questions, anybody? If not, I'm gonna call it the day for my grandkids start having their fun. And like I say, I don't say good luck because it ain't luck. It's foresight if you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. There ain't no luck to this. You know, it worked by the law of average. That's what you have. Eddie Tipton, he worked. He put a formula together that he could pick the numbers, but he didn't do it where it worked in every state. He had the certain states that he had programmed, and that's basically what it is. We put all the 1,000 numbers together so we'll know what we're looking at when we play. Foresight, not hindsight. Everything else, the tic-tac-toe, date, sums, is 90% of that stuff is hindsight. And you don't know no more when you get through doing all that than you did before you played and after you played. You really don't. So, okay, family, that's going to be it. So, like I always say, play them till they come. Make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless. And if you're tracking, you'll soon be packing to Lucky Town and be safe out here for the holidays. And see everybody. I might do one tomorrow. I might do one tomorrow. We're going to see. But Lord's will, I'll see everybody in 2025. So have a blessed one. Thank you. You're so welcome, Aaron. Have a blessed one, everybody. If you're tracking, you'll soon be packing the Lucky Town.